Hamtech, welcome to my channel. On the left here we've got the DJI Mini Pro 3 drone. We've got the DJI RC N1 remote control here, and on top of that we just got my old Galaxy 22, and we're running the DJI Fly app. There is a yearly subscription for the app, about £30 a year, but you can run it on as many devices as you like. I think it's very good. Also, using the subscription, you can use the tablet and other things. So yeah, you get a lot of benefits. So what we've done, I'm going to turn it off and return it on, but we've just turned on both of these devices, so the Pro 3 and the DJI N1, or it's also known as the 231. So let's turn it off. To turn it off, you press it once, then press it again, and that will turn off. Now these are USB-C chargeable underneath, and there's also USB-C charging here going into the Pro 3, and an SD card slot as well. So, and the batteries are interchangeable with the 3, the Mini Pro 3, the 4 Pro, maybe other models, and the batteries are called Intelligent Flight batteries, and the whole drone is 249 grams. There are larger batteries in the USA, but for the UK, so 249 grams, under the 250. So the rules are, are easier. You do have to get yourself a flyer ID and a operator ID to be able to fly these drones, and there are rules, but you can actually fly these in recreational areas as long as you stay within the rules. So what my friend has asked me to do, he's ordered the same remote and the same drone, which is connected at the moment to our device. Well, it was until I turned it off. So I just turn the drone off. You just press it once, then press it again, it will turn off. Okay, that's all off. So, and then the DJI app, just download the app, or if the app doesn't work, there are APKs that you can download straight from DJI, which will work iOS and Android. So let's turn on the drone. Like so. It's recommended you open up the wings, but I've got them closed at the moment because I'm on quite a small table here, but it will still connect. We're not going to do any flying now, but we'll just show you how the controls work. So that's on. Then again, we're going to press once, then hold, like so, and it will just link up, and you can see there now the camera's working already. And if I open up the wings and hit the fly button, it would actually start to fly. I might just let the wings spin in a minute, but for right now, let's just go through all of the controls. Remember, I'm a newbie myself, helping a newbie, so that's the way it works. So we'll start. Let's start here. We've got the function button here. Let's just press it. At the moment, the function button has been set to move the camera from horizontal to vertical. So let's just look at the little camera here, which is the same on the DJI Mini Pro 4. Let's just press it again. Not going to do it for me now. Just now. There it goes. You see that? It's changing. Yeah, probably because of the way I'm holding it, but it's changing the view from horizontal. See that? From looking forward to looking down. So probably a programmable button, but that's how that works. If we move the toggle upwards, and these are removable, these screw in and they actually push into the back, so you can take them off and store them into this device. If we toggle up, we're going to ascend. If we go down, we're going to descend. Now you can actually, I've noticed you can actually reprogram these to work in a different way, but this is from default in the UK. So up, down. If you push the right or the left, the craft will turn. Yeah, it will actually turn like that. So if you want it to face you, yeah, it will face you. Let's see if we can get that to come forward a minute. That's facing down at the moment. That's better. So there you are. Now it doesn't want to look at me, but behind here, there is a turning, let's call it a turning knob. See it there? And if I turn it, I can make it look up at me. So there you are, it's looking up at me now by turning that knob. So if I just face it like so, turn that knob one way, it's going down, turn it the other, look, it's going up. See my ugly face there. Pretty cool, yeah? So, if you like tech, you're going to love things like this. I'm a ham radio operator. Okay. Now, just quickly, I've got an external charger here, which I really like. It's got a built-in sort of TV screen. You plug the batteries in there. It charges one at a time. It was only about £25. Message me and I'll tell you where it came from. And it just works well. I've got the original. I've got the DJI one, which is fine. So, let's have a look what it says here. Yeah, I've left it on for too long and it looks like it's powered off because it's got too hot. So that's fine. That's good that it does that. And we'll just turn it back on in a minute when it cools down. And I can still show you around the buttons even with the craft off anyway. But just to show you how the legs fold. So if we look at this as the front, if we fold down, the legs fold it like so. Down. It takes a bit of getting used to because you want to, as soon as you look at it, you want to pull them out because it looks like they pull out. But they don't. Down and to the front ones. The rear ones do just pull out. That's nice and simple. Pull out like so. And I'll leave them out for now. So I will say that I've absolutely loved tinkering with this device. It's just been great fun. And I'm pretty hooked on it, to be honest. And it's not just the flying, it's just the tinkering around with the, with the tech. It's just enjoyable. And of course you get this amazing flying camera as well. So back to the controls, because we're talking too much here. So, on the left here, if you press it briefly, it says H there. If you press it briefly, just press it briefly, it will stop and then hover, okay? In the middle here, you've got, before I move on, if you hold it down, it will return home. You do need to have a GPS really for this to happen. As you can see at the moment, I've got no GPS up here in this room at all, which is such a shame because I can't show you the GPS. But anyway, we'll turn on the craft in a minute. So on the left you've got the cine mode, which is for cinematic photography. It slows everything down. Then you've got normal mode and sport mode, with everything speeds up. You've seen the on off button, so you press it once, then hold to turn it off and on. Here you've got the forward and back knob, okay? Forward, back, and if you go to the left, it will sway like this. Let me just sort of show you how it sways. It sort of sways almost like this. It'll sway like that, left and right. You get the idea. Okay, very Star Wars looking. And that's what that does. Now if you use the knobs in a combination, then you can get some really cool flying effects. So it's, you are flying a remote control, let's call it a model, a bit like a remote control boat or an aeroplane, but it has the software that DJI and that they have given you to go with this amazing camera is fantastic. This device can actually follow you, circle you. It's just so much more. You literally could make a movie. Just using this device and on some skilled people. So here we've got this camera thing here. So we'll see if we can turn it back on a second. Okay, we're back on now. So you've got the RC signal there. The battery charge here. There's no GPS, but when you do get GPS, it will show how many satellites you're receiving there. Let's tap these three dots. Well, let's just do what's on the front. So record, start and stop, and you do have here the same functions just here on that button just behind. What else we got here? Here my little 3D printer going in the background. Tap the settings. Oh, we were doing this, yeah. 1 times, 2 times zoom by the looks of it. The top one was turning the camera horizontal, vertical, and then is that lands? What's that? These are camera settings, so these are all things I'm going to have to learn. AF camera settings. Let's tap the top one. Oh yeah, we've got some video settings there, we might as well do them. So we've got, it's either photographs, different settings there. What I'm reading is 48 megapixel. That looks like AEB. Tap it. You've got these settings here. 3.5. The bottom one and more there. They don't actually mean anything to me. Video. Like I said, I'm a newbie. Showing a newbie. Slow motion, normal. Master shots, where it says aircraft not in flight. Quick shot mode. What's that say? Hyper something. Pano. Aircraft not. Now I know this can track you. It can circle you. There's so many things it will do as well. That's not for this video, but we're going to gradually learn. The player is what's already been saved on, so we haven't recorded much stuff here, but we have got some stuff there. Me and my son just playing around, having great fun. And there is a system where you can transfer items from the drone. I'll show you my printer actually, my 3D printer going on. There you are, that's my, going too fast here. 3D printer, just printing something for me, just for my ham radio hobby. Okay, so what are we doing here? The player, now we've got this auto, I don't actually know what that does at all. Pro and auto. Looks sophisticated. Just tap in here. Look at that, do you see that? Very nice. Tap the 3 dots. Maximum altitude. This is all stuff you need to learn about when you're taking your flyer ID. Maximum distance. Return home. So when you press the home button, you can set how high it flies before it comes back to you. Update your home point. So home point is worked out by your GPS location. So when you do hit the home button, it knows where to come back. You really need to make sure you've got, you know, I would say at least 10 satellites locking onto you, so you know you don't lose this thing. And with the Pro, this is the Pro 3. Remember, it does have sensors at the bottom and at the top and behind by the looks of it, but they're not, you know, they're limited by their design. The Pro 4 added, you know, they fitted the same items but at different angles, if you ask me. I know that the Pro 4's got a landing light, and that's better at avoiding things right and left. But you just remember, although there is avoidance, it's not, you still got to fly, be really careful. You don't want to lose this item, it's expensive. Calibration there. Battery info, so when the battery's in, you get the serial number and the charge. It's pretty good. Find my drone. If you lose it, it will actually use, and it's finding it near straight away. Advanced safety settings. Oh yeah, if you pull them in like so, inwards like so, it will stop. But I've noticed it will actually start the propellers as well. Signal loss, what to do, return home, descend. So yeah, if it's lost its signal, it will try and return to your location. More reason to make sure you've got good GPS on this. So back to just quickly do the basics, then we'll keep looking at these settings. Ascend, descend, roll right, roll left, then right, left, forward, reverse, and it will reverse, and it will also, it will use its GPS location to stay in one place. You know, it moves a bit, and it, you know, it's not too bad with the wind, but you don't want strong wind, but it will control itself. Right, have we missed anything on this screen? If we were to fly, look, we would press this here and then we would hold our finger and it would take off, okay? Or we can hold them both in like, you know, like that, and it will just, the wings or the propellers will spin, and then you can go up. Okay, that's the main thing. Just practice. I would just practice with it just on the ground, hardly coming off the ground for ages before you ever fly the device. Back to settings. So that was all the safety ones we looked at. Remember, I'm not an expert, I'm a newbie, please remember that. So obstacle avoidance, you definitely want to turn that on. I think bypass is probably the better one rather than brake, but you know, it's up to you. Read the manual, get some tips. Disable sideways flight, disable radar map. When enabled, moving the control stick will not make the aircraft move left or right. Well, I don't know why that's enabled. Display radar map, yeah, okay. Max altitude, we looked at that. Yeah, we did look at all that, didn't we? Control now, we're on control. Subject scanning, yeah, I do like that. You get all these little, oh, it's not going to do it at the moment. Maybe it's got to be, I don't know, flying connected, but I like that. You get all these little X's on people, and you can tap them, and then you can ask it to follow them, and there's different ways of following them as well. It's not just tracking. There's a couple of different ones there I've noticed in other people's videos. Gimbal mode, follow mode. FPVs when you're wearing the goggles. Gimbal calibration. Stick modes, yeah. So when you change these stick modes, you're changing these. So I did notice that you could do that. Repair to aircraft link. So maybe you've got a bad link. Camera. So more settings for the camera here. How you want the format to be. MP4, normal. Different settings here. Again, watch other people's videos, read the manual. If you're a camera expert, you're going to know what, you know, how all this is going to help you. I don't even have a camera, so there you can choose if you're going to use the SD card. It says here there's some available. That's probably just what's inside this phone, because I don't think there is an SD card. Internal storage, interesting. I don't think these have internal storage, do they? I'll look it up if the DJI. But of course you have it on the drone, so that's probably what that means. Is there an SD card in the drone? Yeah, it looks like, yeah, they go really, yeah, it looks like there is one in there. So if I take it out, they dig them in deep, don't they? So deep, you can't get it out. Right, I got it out. There are no SD card, put it back in. It's going to overheat again in a minute. Yeah, there you are. So there you are. It picks up the SD card as well. It's pretty good. USB mode. When enabled, the aircraft is connected to the computer. User can only browse and manage files saved on aircraft internal storage. Aircraft will disable image transmission and enter low power state for prolonged usage. Okay, well that's interesting. We'll have to learn about that. Cache when recording. Max video cache. You know. There you go. Go over to transmissions. Got some information here. Different bandwidths. 2 gigahertz, 5.8, and dual band. Both probably. About. This is the Pro. I have actually got the 4 Pro as well. I recommend, to me, I've watched so many videos of all these different drones, and the one I really recommend, I think, to everyone, is the 3 Pro. Yeah, the 4 Pro is good, but it's a lot of money. So I think, you know, try and get yourself a 3 Pro. Of course, the 4 Pro, if you can afford it, get that, because I think it's better. So, firmware. This all updates the firmware for you automatically. Okay, so that's it. We're going to tap the screen there. Now, just going to see, just for a minute, I'm just going to spin the wings, just to show that, but then that's all I'm going to do, and then we'll end the video. And thanks for, I learn in front of my viewers. I'm actually not trying to teach. I'm just learning in front of you, but I like making videos. I've got 9,000 videos about ham radios. So we'll just quickly watch this spin away, and then we'll end the video. Just see if we can do it. We just pull these down together. It gives you the warning. Check complete. Do it again. There you go. I'm not going to take off, but if I wanted to take off, I will show you what I will do. you just move that up. That increases the speed of the propellers, and the whole craft will raise. Down. It will land when it's in the air. And this is the information that you're getting live. See the little lines, there's lots of information. I mean, it's a tech person's dream, to be honest. Hop, so right, left, forward, back, and then if I wanted to bring it back to home, I hold that down, and it'll bring it back home, but obviously it's not even in the air. A lot of information there. Camera, let's see if we can move the camera up and down. See that with the turning knob? Camera up and down. So I think that's enough for now. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.